We haven't seen much of how they'll be running the football. I think this is an interesting question too. Who's going to be RB1, Dame or Stevenson? And I bring this back to, I think it depends on what their plans are with Damien Harris after this year. I think they view him as a team captain, somebody that's, you know, a leader in that locker room, kind of that driving force of that new wave or culture of Patriots players. But he's a free agent at the end of the year, right? And coming off a 15, 16 touchdown season, like he hits the open market, I can guarantee you he's going to get more money than the Patriots will offer him. Is that a guy that takes less to stay here to continue building what they started? His relationship with Mac Jones, everybody knows that. But if they don't view him as their future plans, I think you run Damien Harris wild and just use him like a new car that you're going to sell, right? As blunt as that sounds, like, but
Yeah.
if you have a plan for both of them, which I'm okay with, how these running backs break down, I have no problem with, a 60-40 split, 50-50 split. I think both of these guys are capable of carrying the load. Like I said, I'd love to keep Damien Harris here. I think that's a guy that they value and somebody that's really good in that clubhouse or locker room. Talking baseball here, in that locker room. I hope that he stays, but I think it depends on how they view the future of him, if that makes sense. I don't know where you stand.
Yeah, I think people have this misconception of RB1, and I remember we did this last year with Harris and Sony when we didn't even know Stevenson was going to be in the picture. Like they think it's like Madden or whatever. We're like, hey, like who's going to be the starting running back? It's irrelevant. They're going to split the carries relatively even. Now, if Stevenson's going to contribute more as a pass catcher, that could mean Damien Harris gets more like traditional carries because that's going to be more his role. They're not going to play any back more than really 50% of the time. That's never been how they do it. They rarely go over 40. Like if one of these guys gets 50, and Stevenson might have a chance this year, but you're talking about like 52, 53%. When you're talking about RB1 for the Patriots, what it really means, if you want to actually know what the question means, RB1 for the Patriots is more situational than volume. It's quality, not quantity. It's not who's going to get the most touches. It's who's going to get the important touches, right? 2-minute game, or sorry, 1-score game. They got the ball, 2 minutes to go. Who are they giving the ball to run out the clock? 3rd and inches. They want to run it. Who are they giving the ball to? Down on the goal line, who are they giving the ball to? I still think that's Damien Harris. They like you said, and you gave a bunch of reasons why. They trust him, they believe in him, they like him. I still think he's the RB1 in that sense. That doesn't mean he's going to get significantly more carries or more playing time than Rhamondre Stevenson. Again, I think it's going to be about equal. I think Stevenson may even play more. But when it comes to the gotta have it running play, I think it's still Harris.
Right. And like I said, I think it's going to be the same as last year. I don't see anything substantially changing. I mean, Ty Montgomery being in the picture, I think they can get a little bit more creative with him. I think it'll be cool to see him fully healthy and how they truly unleash him, because I think that's a player that, I guess that's my hot take for the year. You look back in 6 months, I think that'll be one of their best signings this offseason simply because of what they can do with him. I think that's a true do-it-all guy. It's just getting him back on the field and staying healthy.